Hi guys, and welcome to Kemon Color World. What we're gonna do today? Today we're gonna take you through like a live session on one of our look coming out from the K-Now number 6 collection. We're talking about 4 drops per year: autumn, winter, spring and summer. This one is like a preview of our latest collection, which is the drop 1 autumn. We're talking about as a season. And the look then we're going to show you today is called Shimmer. And Davide is going to take you through like a step by step for this look in a way. Then we're going to try to explain to you how to get the final look. We split the step by step in 3 phases. The first one is where we're going to use Lunex system. Lunex system is our lighting system. It's got a quite wide range, so depending on the final result, you can decide which product you're going to use. Today we're going to use 2 products. One is Lunex light, and then we're going to show you in a minute how to mix it and what is the result that we can get with Lunex light. And the second one will be like a decap super. But in order for you to understand a little bit better what we're going to do, we're going to go to Davide, and Davide, I think, is mixing the product, and we're going to explain to you the reason why we're using this technique. As I said before, the technique is called Shimmer. A bit more attention on what we're going to do now. The first step is using, as I said before, Lunex light. As you can see, we got a product and an activator. This product is going to get mixing together, 1 part of the product and 2 parts of the activator. We're going to mix it together, and we're going to apply on the mannequin head. In this case, we're going to use the mannequin head because, as you know, we're working on like an emergency situation, and we would love to be in London right now, as we were planning to do, but as you know, guys, we try to do our best anyway, so we're gonna try to make you enjoy what we're actually doing. So Lunex light, the application, we stay around like an inch from the roots. We're gonna apply freehand, small section, again, an inch and a half as a thickness. And as Davide is gonna show you like in a second, we're gonna apply on freehand. The reason why we're using Lunex light is to get the extra lifting on a natural tone in this case, because we're working on natural hair. So we create like a perfect neutral base. On top of that, later on, we're gonna apply a base color to create like a nice, natural, rich base color. And then we're going to use the technique which is called like tie-and-dye to create some spotlight. Okay, so this is the application. I'm just going to give you like a few minutes with Davide, then it's going to show you the application of the product, and then we're going to get back to see the second step. Okay, just enjoy what Davide is doing. Great stuff, Davide. Now, Once you applied Lunex light all over, as Davide showed you before, like freehand, stay like an inch away from the root, you just comb it through. Now we're on the second step, where we're gonna use super powder, which is our bleaching system, powder bleaching system. Mix ratio is 1 to 2, so one of the product and 2 the activator. We're gonna mix it together. We're gonna use for the application like this small applicator, okay? Just shake it together, you mix it together. And we're gonna add just 5 grams of Restore. Restore is a protection system, okay? It's just to make sure then the hair remains like in very, very healthy condition, which is our priority always, okay? As you can see, with Davide is gonna mix a bit of Restore inside. And once again, like what we showed you before, we're going to talk about like a freehand application. So obviously, we already done the haircut here. And bear in mind then you're gonna see like on channel 1 on our brand lounge area, you're gonna find all the step-by-step as a video step-by-step, you can find it there. So in case you missed this live section, you can go to channel 1 and find again the step-by-step. The shimmer look and another look then you're gonna find from our collection, Kemon collection. Okay, Davide is ready for the application, Decap Super, freehand application. We need to create some spotlight in order to create, as we said before, like a shimmery look. We don't want like a solid color. We want something that creates movement from the color, okay? Davide, you can go ahead. We're gonna just make a little focus on camera, just to show you a very, very simple application. You can decide where you want to create like the spotlight. Some people want to create like more on the front, some people just like all over. You decide based on the haircut or based on the skin, what you want to enhance as a morphology, okay? So it's gonna take like a couple of minutes, 5 minutes to do this kind of application. It's a very, very quick technique, like salon friendly, very natural, very commercial. So something that can create a business inside your salon. Okay, I'm just gonna leave you with Davide. He's gonna apply Decap Super, and then we're gonna back for the third step.
I like everything about you.
Okay, after 20 minutes, we removed obviously Lunex Light and Decap Super. You wash it, just a very, very, very gentle shampoo just to remove the product, dry the hair, and we're back to the third step. As you can see from before, you can see then we go like I would say like just 1 tone of lifting. Created with the previous technique. Now you can see that we got some spotlight, so we create like a natural base where we're gonna apply now the next technique. So we're gonna start with base color 623 of Nayo. When we're talking about Nayo, we're talking about our Yo color system. No ammonia, yogurt based, and with our Bellian complex. Okay. If you want to know a little bit more about our product, as I said before, you can go on channel 1 and you're going to find someone that can take you through like our system. We got like a wide range of products. So today we're going to focus on the techniques. For the product, just go back on channel 1 and you're going to find someone that can explain for you anything. So back to work, we're going to apply just on the base. We're talking about like, again, an inch and a half, nice, smooth, nice blending, just to create that deep, rich base, to create a bit of depth. Okay, this is like a normal application, just a normal technique. David is going to show you very quickly how to do it. We said 6.23 Nayo system, 20 volume, okay, and we're gonna create some depth. Okay, we're gonna go back to Davide's camera so you can see, but I'm sure that you know how to apply a color. This is not the most difficult part. Just make sure, I will say, then we're not going to create like a step when we apply on the base. The reason is because we don't want to make any big contrast. It's this is what we call like a very shy contrast. It means then we don't want to see big difference between the three colors that we're going to use. It has to be like a nice, the final effect is like a nice, rich, very autumn kind of effect, okay? So I'm gonna let Davide work for a bit, so while he's applying the color, and then we're gonna go back to see like the fourth technique on this shimmer look, okay? Very good. So we already applied the color, as we said before, on the base, just to create that depth on the base. And now we're going on step 4. First of all, we're gonna use foil. Okay, we want to show you this new technique of like folding foils. Actually, I'm gonna show you live with Davide. Davide, can you show us how to fold this foil?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you see, to get this result on foil, we're gonna do this. Get normal foil, 1, 2, go in the middle, you create like 2 diagonal, and you get this result. Okay, why we're gonna fold the foil like that? You're gonna understand in a second when we're gonna apply the color. We're gonna change again the product. Now we're working with Your Green, still talking about your color system, but Your Green is our tone-on-tone system. So the color that we use, it will be in one side we're gonna use 6.7, and in the other side we're gonna use 6.3. 6.7 is like a cold tone, 6.3 is a warm tone, okay? So the reason why we're using cold and warm is because when you mix them together, because you will see at the end, we're just gonna mix them, blending all together, we create like a nice natural, neutral tone. So it's not warm, it's not cold, it's just right in the middle. So cold and warm just neutralize each other. So section-wise, I think we can focus with the camera on the technique while I'm explaining to you. As you can see, we get like a V section. Okay, so basically we create like a 2 diagonal. Then we're gonna place the foil in this diagonal. This is the reason why we were explaining to you before. This is the reason why the foil is folding like that, because we need to create the 2 diagonals. In one side, we're gonna apply the 6.3, and in the other side, we're gonna apply the 6.7. As we're going up, we're gonna switch the color. So if we applied 6.7 on your left side, on the foil on the top, we're gonna do the vice versa. We're gonna apply the 6.3, and so on as you're gonna reach the top. Davide will show you in a second. You see 6.3 on your right side. Perfect. You leave the foil open because we're gonna work back to back. So we're gonna close it with the next foil, then we're gonna apply on the top. Okay. So 6.3 in this side and 6.7 on the left side. Just remember, cold and warm. The next one will be warm and cold, and so on as we get on the top. Okay. It's kind of like more difficult to explain than to do it. It's very easy. Once you prepare yourself mentally, like with the division, with the section, then it's very easy to do it. Okay. Also, I think it's a good idea of explaining when we're talking with a client like this technique, because obviously it creates like some value on what is actually your work, your final work. Very good. So warm and cold. Now we apply on the top the second foil perfectly. There you are. So So this is for closing the foil, but in the same time you create like a base for the next color. Then, as we said before, we're gonna switch the color. Now we're gonna do cold in this side and warm. So 6.7 on the right side and 6.3 on the left side. And you carry on like that. In this case, we decide just to work on the top area. So we're gonna get like a deep, rich base, like with a nice depth, and the same thing we're gonna get around the perimeter of the head. Then on the top area, we're gonna have this like spotlight, this like mixing nice, rich color. But as I said before, you won't see major contrast because fashion-wise, what we see is happening like in the next season is that we got this very, very nice natural effect. We haven't got major contrast. Okay? We're talking about like a commercial fashion, something that can create business inside your salon. Once again, just to remind you, then if you switch on channel 1, you will find like all the step-by-step video from the collection. So you can go, you find someone that can answer your question. If you got any question about our product, our education, anything you need to know, just go on channel 1 on the brand lounge area and you will find definitely some help, okay? I'm just gonna let Davide carry on with the work. So we are on the 4th step, and then at the end, we're gonna just leave, how long, Davide, developing time?
30 minutes.
30 minutes developing time. Once you finish, then we're gonna rinse it all off, and then we're gonna show you the final result. Okay, just enjoy. Here we go, Davide. This is the last one, yeah?
Yes.
As you can see, like 10 minutes application. So as we said before, very, very salon-friendly technique. And now we still got some previous color, the same color that we use on the roots, a bit left over. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use that color, so we know we don't, I would say, waste any color. And we're just gonna apply that color on what is left over. So just to create again that nice, very, very, very light contrast. We got like a few pieces of hair like around the head. So just to use what you got left over, create everything. And as you can see, one other reason why we're using this technique of folding foil is because, Davide, can you show us like the head? You see, it looks nice. We're thinking sometimes then our client is just sitting on the chair like in front of the mirror. And we also need to think then it needs to look nice anyway. Although they're having a color done, which is like a situation where we're not expecting to be super beautiful, but very nice and tidy. I think it will be better when you look at yourself in the mirror for half an hour, just to look good with the foils on. So that's another reason why we do the technique. So very quickly, we finish in these few bits of hair, then we go left over with the same color that we use on the base. And then how long developing time?
30 minutes.
30 minutes developing time. Then we're gonna add some water, nice blending, mixing, creating like a nice rich color. Then we're gonna dry anything off and we're going to the finish bit with the styling. Okay? Couple of minutes and I'll be back to you. Here we go again, guys. Back on the final step. As you can see, you start to see like the final result. Just remember where we start. And let's do like a quick recap. We're starting with our new technique, which is called chromatic peeling, which you can use it. You got two options. One is if you got like a natural hair, okay, just to get that extra lift of tone, so you can start working on just a bit lighter tone on the hair. In case you got like a previous color, you can also use it as a cleansing technique. So just to, let's say, reset, start from zero again. So we used Lunex light. Lunex system is our lightening system. As I said before, it's got quite wide range of product. In this case, we used Lunex light as a chromatic peeling. A bit of like a Decap Super, which is our bleaching powder, very, very gentle bleaching powder. Freehand, just to create some spot, just to create some movement. Then we applied Yo color system on the base to create a depth, and Yo green within the foil, just to get, we said before, 6.7, which is kind of violet cold tone, and 6.3, which is a warm tone. The reason why we used cold against warm is to reach this like a neutral, very, very soft, natural brown final effect, but with some movement. We, at the final step with the styling range, our styling range is called And. Again, channel 1 for more information. Product-wise, we're using 3.2 Dry Vol, which is like, just to make you understand, is a dry shampoo latest version. So it can give you like some nice, very, very gentle texture, just to give you, to get out like some texture from the haircut. Okay, as David is saying, you decide if you want a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, you decide. Very, very light holding factor, so the hair needs to be free, they need to move, because this is the reason why we're using this commercial kind of fashion. And latest touch, if you want to add extra shine, if you don't think that shine is enough. Personally, I think, although we're working on the mannequin, it's already enough. But if you wanna do extra shine, and styling range 06, it's called Shine Spray. So you can add as much shine as you want. Yeah, basically, guys, as you can see, it's a very, very easy technique, nice and interesting also to be explained to your client, just to add value to what you're doing. I would say cut-wise, again, with inspiration comes from like a lovely, like a bold cut. We left some wisp like on the perimeter to make it a little bit more update. And this is it. I really hope you enjoyed what you see. And I would say, first of all, thank you to Davide. That has been great. Okay, thank you for like being listening to what you say. Hopefully next year we'll be live in London. Meanwhile, we just want to say thank you very much from Kemon, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.